Alma de Child presenta
Eternal warriors, down children in their daily love battles.
Dear me, today I greet you on this beautiful day of the child, with a wet hand in right leather because today I'm patting my nephew Noah, as I said. Live the present, that is what we have. The future belongs to God. You know, I've learned a lot from my nephew. Before the photos he sent you, I punished him because he got into the water in a moment of carelessness and cried because I hit him in his little hand. After 5 minutes, he was giving me little kisses, and I felt bad, and I took the photos to remember that moment. We adults can spend many years without forgiving that God tells us to be like children. They do not make any problem. We live in a fast society. I think it all started with the blessed fast food. That I used to all of us to ask for something and have it in a matter of seconds. It spread through the supermarket with the reimbursable and other service. Today in day, it's total consecration in your hands with smartphones. Today the new trend, trying to turn everything into smart. Thanks to the internet, the popularity of being famous, perfect, fitness, and beautiful is a new important component of current times. Forgotten also all is possible thanks to economies of scale China's. In short, everything fast, smart, popular, and possible. My God, where will it end up? Take into account the children we Down. They are so cute little angels, but there are so many people who despise them. Remember that they are eternal warriors. They began their life with us before the entire universe existed. They were the Greek, noble and brave, the war of the heavens, as well of those in charge of guarding and ensuring that the dragon and his followers they will abandon our first grade. They were great because they were most humble, disciplined, loving, words and infinite life, the order of the holy priesthood that they received from the hands of the holy Messiah. About Noah, later I will give you tales. When my nephew was born, everyone expected it, but when they told us that he was born, Down was terrible. It seemed like a wake in sadness. He was born with the closest honor. He was going to die if he was not operated before 8 o'clock. It was terrible. My brother-in-law mobilized everyone to operate. My sister did not know he was born down, was interned in an incubator like a month, then car to warm him to my sister, her husband. did it was too sad a moment. As you will see, at the beginning of his mortal life, he fought the battle like a warrior. In surgery rooms, hands of the doctors, the thin line of life and death. And there does not end the beginning of his history. He had 3 surgeries and operations because intestines were not formed. They were difficult days, but he survived. I love him. I went to the hospital, sleep, take care of him. Since my sister was exhausted, I had to stay. Families that have children with disabilities live a lonely life. Although mental illness are common, the issue is overlooked, neglected, and treated with shame. It is still a problem that the people avoid talking about. They talk about it, and the members of the family are left alone to face their difficulty. A friend told me, we asked again in our congregation, someone will help us with our problem. However, as time went on and nobody approached the issue, we began to move away more and more. My husband and I divorced. The way and manner which the needs of the person with a disability are met can have far-reaching repercussions of the salvation, not only of the person, but of an entire life. There are many people and families similar to this who still face problems and need love and rest. I sympathize with those who have disability, but sincerely, I do not have time. It's a half true because the one who wants always has time. The words of reflection and advice of an expert in children like Noah come to my mind. We normal adults gain the distinction of abnormal, irrational, and insensitive humans without natural love or compassion. We grieve and hurt, mind and spirit when contemplating children born like that. We feel no little anguish or sadness. We should to ourselves and even in an audible voice, outraged and even great angry. Why God? Why? How is it possible that there are cases like this? The expert. The incredible and wonderful for this service is to see them smiling even in spite of their physical pains and limitations. Of course, with exception. Well, there are infinite variations. They do not cry out against God, accusing Him of being cruel, unjust, without love. Well, even if they know how to pronounce the name God or Jesus, until they do not know with full understanding who they are, their attributes and powers, they do not think or reason like we adults. Baggy, more complete, quiet. Nor do they reproach their parents. They want just like normal children to have fun, and they manage to do it their own way. and they do the same as friends. Many are very innocent, very lovely. I began to observe the behavior of teenagers with Down syndrome. Their weakness, their love towards parents, how much they interested making them old. They usually die prematurely. Some last only days, weeks, months, a few years, phase of an earth. Then their soul, spirit get rid of this earthly life, fly to the paradise of God, where they begin the life with all the favors, blessings they Lord provides, while we adults continue to struggle in the world, enjoying some of us from good days of earth, others of every few or almost none, and all of us fighting very often against disease, accidents, tiredness, deterioration, and inevitable death. The same is also applicable to the children and adolescents, more or less normal physical bodies and sooner or later the physical body of each of one dies. So it seems wise to ask how big will be our advantage over those children who depart prematurely from these environments of the material universe. Some carnal pleasures, passengers, materials, any success in business, profession, or job, any early recognition, with countless disappointments, situation full of stress, struggles, fatigue, suddenly some incurable disease, some fatal accident, and the physical body dies. So what? But Jesus said, "Let the children come to me, and do not stop them, because of such is the kingdom of heaven." I wonder if the presence of these children and adolescents in our hard world, is it for the good or for the bad of all? I consider how much love and compassion they awaken in their parents, in their extended family, friends and acquaintances, even strangers, and doctors, nurses, and other personnel who attended them day by night until the final hour. I say, love and compassion in normal people with tender and noble feelings, and outpouring of love, compassion, of sacrifice, care, of monetary investments up the last cent. If it is so with regard to this physical body, why not much more in the case of the members of the universal human family? Children, young and adults afflicted by various malformation and congenital disease, or caused by other factors. In fact, many people are fully prepared to provide such not only their love and friendship, but also their financial support. In this, they amply demonstrate their humanity and the willing or not attitudes and virtues of the God of creating. I also consider how they teach the one who is open to teaching how fragile, insecure, and short is early life, relatives, and reorganized priority, putting love and other divine attributes our selfishness, pure materialism, the desire of carnal pleasures, the waste of time of triviality, nonsense. His humanity teach us to be humble. His good humor, joy, and hope in the midst of suffering teach us to endure of our own problems, illness, disappointments, and setbacks with the same spirit, with more dignity, with less complaint, recrimination, and disbelief, with even more gratitude for the smallest blessings and pleasures of life, with more contentment whatever our state. They are children or adolescents with serious physical or mental problems, but his lesson for us are normal are many are valuable. Sorry, but I seem to be getting tired. Going back to Noah. Now he is 4 years old, but he looks like 2. He's a beautiful, affectionate child. Many people, even his own relatives, they see him as a weirdo. This society is terrible. The expert concluded by informing us about the life that awaited Noah. Here's a video of him with his brother, so you can see how dynamic and full of life. See? Now he's fighting the cruel silent battle of discrimination and disappearance, the bullying in the fields of all moral society. At the school where he attends, they stimulate him to learn, speak, and other things that is because of his special condition. I have a project that I want to help me with. We want him to lead as life as normally as possible. It is difficult with them, but I don't think it's impossible. Most of them cannot go to a normal school. They do not want to receive them. In the United States, they are ahead in everything. If you can, we're talking friends that maybe work with this type of children. There must be good teaching methods so that they learn to read and write. Here you know how is our country. We would like to open a teaching center of children with autism and Down syndrome and prepare them to live as normal as possible to go to school. I'm an accountant, but I'm thinking of doing a course to help this type of. I definitely adore them. Soon, the hardest battle looms, although, to tell the truth, it has already begun, what it calls the battle against mortal life from which no human being can escape. What tenderness I am with my beloved you. I propose to live happy in the present, enjoy our friendship. Tomorrow, God will tell us. The purpose of being born of this eternal world was come to this earth to have physical body and finish the necessary lessons to return to presence of the earth, protected through down of the revenge and fury of the God of the world, because the crown of eternal glory they won before they were born. All the minds and all the spirit that God has sent to this world are susceptible to growth, and of course they are here to learn the lesson they lack before graduating from mortality. They want to be loved, recognized, and to participate and experience the same joy. Everyone can feel the joy of serving in the kingdom of the Lord by responding to the needs of others. We will better people thanks to that service. Jesus said, "Do you have any sick among you? Bring them here. Are you lame? Are you blind? Are you crippled, mutilated, or leprous, or arthroid, deaf, or who are afflicted anyway? Bring them here, because I have compassion of you. I call it a bed because it has a piece of my heart. I do not bother you anymore. I hope you take account. They are all over the world until they seem to have the same face. And now that I think about it, the same uniform with which the Creator invested them. Remember that the value of souls read God's side. I have to go. I'll read you later. Sincerely, child of soul,